Okay, so I'm tackling my physical TBR right now. So this is part 2 to doing that. And I'm reading The Atlas 6, which I started reading this already, and I'm already finding some of the characters a little bit insufferable. Let me know if anybody else has had this issue, because I'm kind of sat here like, yeah, what? How are people enjoying this book? But then again, I'm only 48 pages in, so I'm kind of hoping it gets better. So this is like almost 600 pages long, and I am trying to finish it today. And then in the next video, it'll be if you've been with me, because, you know, wanting to cry today a little bit more than I already have. The only issue with this is I have just read a really long, really good fantasy series that really emotionally destroyed me. Am I prepared to read another fantasy book? Probably not, but I'm going to anyway. This is my current sheet for books I've read. Purple is fantasy. Pink is romance. Red is mystery. Yellow is like a heartwarming story that makes me cry. Can you see what I've read? But as you may be able to tell, I'm reading another fantasy book because I have really been in the mood for fantasy lately. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to try and get cracking on this. Let me know if anybody else has had any issues with it being a bit like, the characters being a bit insufferable. Because right now I've just seen like, cocky bastard, like whiny bitch, slag, girl who doesn't know that she's actually worth something and hides her power, and guy who doesn't know he's worth something and hides his power. What is this like group? I'm not a fan, but oh well. I will come back to you guys. Actually, I think I might leave it recording. My phone is on 6%, but oh well. I've also got Aussie Lemonade Monster because it is 3 a.m. I'm trying to make it through the night because I have an early flight soon. And these are my pajamas. Not sponsored. I love Animal Crossing. Okay. I just got to the 2-bit truth. And I'm just saying, I'm eating up these fan art bits. Like, this is nice. What was the first one? The first one was, I think that's Libby, and then this is Nico. Prick. Sorry. Anchor. I don't know. I'm like emotional turmoil about this book because I've heard so much stuff about it. A lot of people don't like it. So I'm just kind of trying to make it through. And how's my phone doing? It's still on 6%. Okay, good. I have this issue where it goes down. So I'm kind of hoping it don't do that. I actually like Nico more than I expected. Reading from Libby's point of view made me not like him, but reading from his point of view, I kind of don't like Libby, if that makes sense. Like, she's a dick. What the fuck is this guy on about? Sorry, somebody was texting me. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, I'm not expecting this. This book is getting weird. I was expecting this to be like fancy YA. I was poorly misinformed. I was comfortable, you massive fuck. Guys? I'm just trying to get through this because it's on my TBR and it's something that I've owned like since Christmas 2023 that I haven't read yet. Yeah, or it might have been my birthday in 2024. Still, my birthday's in March. So like having this as my birthday present and not having read it, that's like over a year. Not great, is it? Where's my cat? Ruin. Let's keep going. So, I have not made much progress. Reading this book is like watching paint dry. I'm genuinely tempted to DNF it, and I don't usually DNF books. Like, that's something that I physically have stopped myself from doing before, but I might actually have to with this one because it is genuinely so boring. I'm literally sat there like, I'm waiting for it to get interesting. They're in the middle of like a fight right now, but it's kind of like they're all way too powerful. One of the characters like, oh, I'm this all powerful, I just took on 3 armed people with a bullet wound. Whatever, bro. You have a weakness. I know he does, and I want to know it, but at the same time, I don't care about the characters enough to want to read on. It's... I don't know. I might switch to If He Had Been With Me soon, but I want to get this done. But I have to go to sleep at like 11. It's currently nearly 5 in the morning, which means I have 6 hours to finish these 2 books before I go on holiday. I don't think I'm getting that done. That can go on my July hopefuls. This, snooze. I cannot get through it. Just genuinely like. Will it get better? I don't know. I need to read. I'm gonna read some Goodreads reviews, but I thought this book was gonna be interesting. This has been on my TBR for ages. Like, it's been on books I haven't read on my bookshelf since I got it. I've been like, I want to read this so bad, and it's been put in my TBR basket like a bunch of times, and then every time I've not had the motivation to read it, and I wondered why. It's so dull. I'm sorry if this is anybody's favourite book. It's just so hard to read, and I want to get another book finished tonight. I don't know how much. I don't know if that's gonna actually happen, but if I can switch to If He Had Been With Me, yeah, it's just. I'm not feeling this. I'm really not feeling it. It's horrendous, if that makes sense. Like, I thought it'd be really good because they're like magic, but then I feel like the actual magic powers itself have not been explained properly. And I'm sat there like, hello? I don't know what this means. I don't know what that means. Like, they've not explained this properly, and I'm just really struggling to get through it. So I'm going to try and read to about halfway. I think I'll read to here, and then I'm going to update. I'll read on camera instead of off camera like I've been doing. But I am so bored right now. Like, this is genuinely dull. If this doesn't get good by here, I'm DNFing it. Genuinely. I can't. These sentences make no sense. I really shouldn't give up on a book, but you don't understand how tempted I am to right now. Like, yikes, it's genuinely, I feel like I'm sat watching cement harden. I feel like I'm watching paint, like, I feel like I'm being overly rude about this book, but the characters have no depth that I know of. Like, in Shadow and Bone, or in other fantasy books I've read, they've at least hinted at the backstory of the characters. But so far, Parissa just seems like a whiny, pick-me bitch. I'm not like other girls. Ugh, shut up. And she was so rude to Raina for no reason. Raina, again, the dullest person in the earth. No personality, no nothing. Libby, some of these characters, they're not likeable, so it doesn't make me want to read on. I think I might just DNF it. I don't think I'll DNF it and sell it. I think I'll DNF it and maybe come back to it in a few years, because this is definitely not my thing right now. I don't know. If I give up, am I weak? That's my mindset. Like, if I give up, am I weak? Should I just try and keep going? I'm really not enjoying it. I'm gonna go check the Goodreads reviews, because I can't. Like, this is dull. This is like, yikes. Yeah. After reading the reviews on Goodreads and coming to my own conclusion about this book, I've decided to DNF. I wrote a review basically explaining how I felt all the characters were kind of dull with no backstory, except for Nico. He had some hints to it, but then it kind of felt like it was roughly explained in, oh, he needs to protect his friend, and I was like, okay, so you just kind of gave it away what his issues are, but then briefly linked them to another character who I don't care about again. I don't care about this book enough. Maybe one day I'll pick it back up. Oi! Maybe one day I'll pick it back up. Maybe one day I will read it again. Hopefully I can find some way to read this and enjoy it. But I'm just done. At least it's taken one book off of my TBR that I know I don't want to read. So, yeah.